Hey, hey folks, Troy Dooley, the Beachside CEO, and it is a beautiful Friday morning. We are actually, we just had a blast last night. I had a couple of the little ones with us, and they were chilling in a tent in the living room, and Paige and the girls went to hang out at the Bay House to chill for a night and just have some fun. And so as the markets were crashing yesterday, as the coronavirus went nuts, I started getting phone calls and text messages from people saying, hey Troy, what's a safe stock to invest in? You know, what are you doing? You know, how are you surviving? You know, and I mean, it was a bloodbath yesterday, you know, for folks, without a doubt. I mean, I watched our crypto holdings just start to go down. The fun thing is we're still above from last year. So that's why I looked at it. We did move some stuff into liquidity, into cash during that crypto craze yesterday. Already watched it come back up. Bitcoin's back up $2,000 a coin. So, I mean, what goes down goes up, but that's what I want to talk about. You know, if you guys follow anything that we do on any of the platforms, then you know that I'm a pretty conservative individual. That includes from a financial standpoint, obviously my morals, my lifestyle, all that stuff. So we continue to watch what the markets do, what the world does. And I became a broker back in the 80s. So I've learned the ins and outs of the business. I do my own investing now. And we started talking about that there would be a correction. Didn't know what it was going to be. We were riding the longest bull run anybody could have. And anything that keeps going up, eventually the biggest players in the business, some names that you guys have never heard of, are going to take their profits. Okay, they're going to say, okay, let's start taking money. They use algorithms to do that, artificial intelligence. A lot of times they've got their own in-house advisors. Their family firms have their advisors. That's all they do is invest their own money. And when they decide it's time to sell, they sell. Do they do this at any given point? Sometimes, but then they also look for reasons to do it, because here's what happens. If a market can go down fast enough so that it's not trickling out, then they can pull back in and start making profits at the bottom. So they make profits all the way down the sheet as it goes. And I've learned that. Two great books, it's a 2-volume set that you can go get, is The House of Rothschilds. It's a great history lesson from the 1700s to the late 20th century. And you can actually see the way different countries, different markets, the way some of the largest families in the world actually, and I don't know another word to use, will manipulate the financial markets based on hysteria, based on panic, based on worldwide events that take place, whether that's war, whether that's a pandemic like the coronavirus, whatever it takes to be able to pull those profits, that's what they do. Now, in this case, you add in the fact that we have artificial intelligence, we have Russia and Saudi Arabia playing with oil prices, and it was just that perfect storm to make everything spin yesterday. And that's what it did. But heck, man, crypto's back up $2,000. Looks like the markets are probably going to open up 5% higher than where they ended yesterday. I mean, it's the way it is. And some of the guys that called me, I can't give a financial advice. I'm no longer a licensed stockbroker, but I had some great friends yesterday saying, what have you been doing? And it's like, well, let's see. I started buying. Now I did this in the recession, but just the last 2 weeks, we started buying back into Ford at $7 and have been buying into Ford every time it drops. Bought in at JCPenney's. Now this is a higher risk model with this one. Bought in at JCPenney's at $7. It's at 49 cents today. They did $3 billion in sales last quarter. They're a little bit heavy on the debt, but they got a brand new CEO that's coming in, and really, man, she's just revamping some of the stores, which is great. Disney is below $100 a share, first time in a long time. It's just a great buy. We started buying that at $13 a share. So, you know, the markets that you look at, the economy that we're looking at, you're going to be looking at the hospitality industry, entertainment industry. These industries are going to get hit, and it's going to be a temporary hit. You'll see once this virus has moved through, you're going to see that they're going to be jam-packed the rest of the year. Airbnb, all you home-based freelancer gig economy folks, we know that the Airbnbs have been canceled. A lot of condos are being canceled right now. But here's what we've learned. Almost all of the events that have been canceled, that have already rescheduled for the fall, they are stellar, man. People are just seeing the bookings are shifting from the spring to the fall. That's basically what's happened. So that's going to be a good thing. Almost all of the main attractions and stuff, they're insured for situations like this, so we're not going to see a real big dip there. I'm still trying to gather information on if they're furloughing these people with pay or without pay. That's going to be the big one that we're looking at right now. But if you've got liquidity, if you're living below your means, if you're, and that's all you got to do is just live a little bit below, have margin in your life, then this should not be a big deal. Most of us, when we watched the crash of '87, did not affect our day-to-day living whatsoever. The recession hurt all of us. On the Emerald Coast, not only did we have the recession, but then we had the oil spill. And that really devastated a lot of small business owners during that time period. Moving on to the coronavirus. Look, I'm so proud of America. Not the doggone political side of this, okay? Everybody wants to put politics in everything, and that's just ridiculous. Because at the end of the day, it's not about politics in this gig. I'm gonna pull over. I don't want to get out on the highway there. When I look at the coronavirus, I look at we the people. And when this thing started shifting from China to other places, so many posts on Facebook, on YouTube, stuff is popping up over on Pinterest, text messages, messages in the threads that I'm in and all these communication bots. People said, hey man, what can we do? And we the people started saying, well man, let's here's what I've learned, here's what I saw, here's what I'm hearing. Every one of them made it very clear, hey, let's just go out and do what we always do. It's flu season, it's the cold season. Let's go out there and make sure we have everything. Now, has people panicked on that one too? Yeah, the media, I think, really hyped this up. They needed some good ratings, and they helped do that. So we see a lot of places where there aren't any Lysol sprays. We see where there's not any hand sanitizer. Look, if you want hand sanitizer, here's what you do. Go out and get a bottle of aloe. Go out and find you some peroxide. That would work. That's my secondary. First thing I'd say to do is get rubbing alcohol. So get rubbing alcohol, get some aloe. If you guys are into, what's it called? Essential oils. You can put some certain essential oils in there that are good. Tea tree. If you really think you're having some issues, something that I've learned through all of this stuff is the peppermint. That's really good to help open up the nasal passages, help you breathe deeper. So you can put something in there, makes you feel good, put it on your hands and roll. Okay, now I got some other secrets. I'm just not going to do that live. But this is the key. We are seeing people in America and in other countries do what they're supposed to do. Are there issues? Absolutely, there are issues. Just like with the flu, just like with all this other stuff. If you go back and look in history, it seems like there's always some big major outbreak in the world during election season in all these countries. I mean, it's not just in America. So it's a really bizarre thing there, and you know, it is what it is. But we don't have to panic. We don't have to say, oh, it's the end of the world. It's not all that crap, okay? Matter of fact, I don't think we're going to know when the end of the world comes. I mean, that's just going back to one of my verses in the Bible. So just crank, okay? Just keep doing what you're doing, but start doing what your mama told you to do when you were a kid, okay? She used to smack your little butt because you didn't wash your hands. Wash your hands. Carry some sanitary wipes with you. Clean off your windshield, not windshield, your steering wheel. Clean off the cart at the store. There's a reason it's called common sense. There's a reason there's more people with common sense than there are with a high IQ, is because most of us with common sense can take care of ourselves. So take care of your kids. Make sure that your elderly are taken care of. Don't put yourself in harm's way, and go on about business. I put up a post last night just asking people, hey, does anybody know anybody that has died of the coronavirus or even has the coronavirus? And less than 0.1% on that post knew anybody personally. And that means that the people that we hang with, because remember, if you've studied anything in life, you act like the people you hang with the most. Well, guess what? Most of us wash our hands. We put on clean clothes. We wash our clothes. It's common sense. In America, most of us don't smoke. People asked me the other day, what was Paige, my wife? Honey, why does it seem like the death rates and all the problems in Europe and Asia are so high? Guys, I don't know if you know it, but in those cultures, smoking is still cool. So a lot of the Asians still smoke. A lot of the Europeans still smoke. Okay, most of America has stopped smoking. So we've started to clean our lungs over 20 years ago, and we've gotten rid of a lot of this to where we breathe healthier, we live healthier. Now, I would tell you, stay off the sugar. If you can cut your sugar intake during this time period, sugar is just a breeding ground for cancer cells. So I would eat healthy, do some stuff like that. But overall, this crap I keep seeing where you've got people on Facebook that want to say everything's going to be great. It's just a con. It's a conspiracy. Man, don't go down that path. And the others that are over there saying, oh my gosh, it's the end of the world. We're not going to make it. It's Trump's fault. Trump did this. Look, don't listen to all that crap. Go live your life the way you're supposed to live your life. We live on one of the most beautiful islands in America, and spring break is in full gear. And I'm going to tell you, nobody, from my point of view on this island, looking at spring breakers that all go to giant colleges, people don't seem very concerned in this neck of the woods about it. We're taking precautions. I want you to know that. I'm married to a woman. She just doesn't take chances. Her mama was a medical lab tech. She sees what viruses can do. She doesn't take risks. I really married up in this deal. It's a good deal there. And if you say, Troy, you've got to cough. I do, man. Pollen is bad. If you saw the front of my car, it's just yellow with pollen. I don't have the coronavirus. So go out there and do what you guys do best, okay? Support each other. Go out there and take care of your business the way you're supposed to. All of you folks that are in supplements, man, if you've got some good supplements, if you're in essential oils, anything that can help people, do it. I know that you've got Young Living, you've got I'm a Terra, you've got Health and Beauty Naturals, you've got Youngevity. Longevity's got a boatload of products. I mean, they've got the essential oils, they got disinfectants, they got all that. Watkins Products, another company out there. Look, I don't know all the company names. This is a one time I'm going to tell you, hey, if you've got some products, why don't you list some products down below in your comments, okay? And work with that. I know Dr. Donaldson, man, they've got some stuff that he teaches and he does, and the way that they have, they've got a water purifier that does some phenomenal stuff. Just take care of yourself correctly, and I think that we're going to be okay. Couple months out of this, we're going to see where it goes. Right now, we're looking at gymnastics. They haven't canceled state yet, but they may cancel state because we know everything's crazy. Just use common sense. Live life like it's an epic adventure. Stay dangerous, stay strong, and guys, listen. Go out there and support each other. No matter what country you're in, take care of each other, move it forward. We'll see you tomorrow.